Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Giving or taking advice. BS. Brainstorming. And I was talking about how people seem to think they have, other people have authority over other people. You know, and that's where that strong individual that I talk about, Americans being strong individuals, you know, a strong individual doesn't have authority over others. A strong individual's got authority over themselves. And but it's funny because I say people are thinking that they can tell us what to do. I mean, the politicians, I mean, that's part of politicians, you know, the politician mentality is they think they're smarter than the rest of us, so they can tell us what to do. They know what's best for all of us strong individuals. Now, they do know what's best for all the weak people in the herd, because the herd always relies on somebody making the decisions for them. But it's funny because since this thing's happened, two times I've had people give me shit on taking care of Rex. And you know, I say Rex been with me 9 months now, and so she's learning and learning and learning, getting much better all the time. And now I'm more into the details on things that are gone. And it's funny though, the one thing that we've been working on, it looks like we got it fixed. Two times, I had to beat her. Yeah, I use a plastic bottle, and I put three pennies in there so it rattles. And then I beat her with this, and it rattles. It's the rattling that scares her. And I told you that's what I used when I first got her. The first week she was so uncontrollable, and then I beat her that once, and then that was it. After that, she's been listening. She's been doing good, and she did good the whole time we went down to the desert. And but now I came back. I unloaded the camper, and now I got the truck only. So now I got to teach her how to stay in the truck because that's a new thing for her. And so I would park and go into somebody's house or something, and I'd leave the windows open, and she'd jump out, not a good thing. And so then I've been trying to teach her. I couldn't get the point across to her. So finally, what I did is she jumped out. I was in some little town. It wasn't no big deal, in a little town, and she jumped out, and then don't know where she was. I rode around a little town. I found her, and then I beat her. Beat her, and boy, I gave her hell, and beat her, and told her to get in the truck. She got in the truck, and then because I feed her in the truck, I give her water in the truck. She sleeps, inside with me, but so the coyotes won't get to her. And but like I say, she has to learn the truck is her home, not only the camper but also the truck. And when I did that, some lady bitched at me. She says, hey, I want to report you for beating your dog. The, the thinking. Okay. And I told her, okay, tell me how to teach the dog to stay in the truck. Well, you should leave the dog at home. And I said, yeah, let the coyotes eat her. I mean, come on, get serious now. You got to teach her. And that's how I'm teaching her. I've tried other ways. None of these ways worked. But this way, I did it. And well, you shouldn't do it. I'm going to report you. It's like, you can't beat your own kid. Like you're going to beat your kid, where you really hurt them. You don't. You're just correcting them. I mean, you say the word beat like it's really something, but it's not that big a deal. And then I went into Topeka. And was in Topeka, and the same thing. And it was right after I did this. And so normally, like I say, she learns on the one good beating. And then I was parked in Topeka and went to somebody's house. And then, oh man, there she jumped out again. And then so then I beat her again, and I told her to get in the truck. And another lady just, don't beat that dog. I'm gonna report you. You know what I mean? And so I'm thinking, these people are so silly that they don't know. And matter of fact, both of these women have lap dogs, so their dog stays on their lap all the time, so they don't have to worry about this stuff. And so, but me, we're here, but I say next month we're going to be I don't know where, and I can't have her jumping out of the truck and running off to no telling where. I'm going to find her. What you're going to do? She's going to get hurt, whether we're in the city or out in the country. I can't have her doing that kind of stuff. If I'm in Walmart parking lot, can you imagine her running around out in the parking lot? I mean, no. They don't think, and it's not like they got a better idea. Here, do this, do that. Hey, I'm up for it. I say, I take advice. But like I say, that kind of advice, that's not advice. That's a threat. And you're just doing your threats with nothing to back it up. Kind of like a politician. They do a lot of that. They do the threats. You do this, we're going to ticket you. We're going to put you in jail. And that's what the police do. We're going to ticket you. If you don't take a ticket, we're going to put you in jail. You're not advising. You are telling. But the thing is, people are snitching on each other. And now the government is promoting people to snitch on each other. It's not a good thing. I'm checking the time. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So that tells you the society. What's happening to society? Society is weakening, and society is breaking down. When society breaks down, then you have the strong government. A lot of places that I go, I say they're more like dictatorship. They're not even communist or socialist. China was communist, but a lot of these places, more dictator type ship more than anything. And like I say, so they make the. Remember, I said when I was in Cuba, you want to know what's right and wrong? Just ask Castro. He'll tell you what's right and wrong. They have no belief system, no morals. That's what I talk about, no morals. When you have morals, the sense of right and wrong is much more open. You can see it. Even though you might do something, and then after you do it, you think, man, that was immoral. I shouldn't have done it. And then you change. That's what I'm saying. We change. I'm not the same. Like I say, I'm 71. I'm not the same as what I was when I was 21. Everything is a whole lot different. I've put my morals to the test. I know what's right and wrong. Now as a society, we need certain rules, to live together as a society. Now that's why I'm talking about the city. City people, they really have the rules because they're more tight pressed, and so. But when you're out in the country, you think laws is what keeps things going out here in the country? No, it's morals. You have a moral responsibility to your neighbors or somebody on the side of the road or somebody walking up to your house. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot different. We live on morals out in the country. And that's why when city folk move out here, it gets a little difficult for them because, well, what are you supposed to do? What do you do? Well, you do what's morally right. It depends. It depends on what your moral standings are. And I say to people with the least amount of morals or no morals do things differently than people with not only high morals, but morals that have been exercised, have been tested. And because once your morals have been tested, you're not the same person. It's easy to talk like you're morally more well off than other people, but if you haven't tested your morals, those morals is just an idea. But it's a good idea, providing you can use your morals when the times are tough. And then if it's tough, it's a lot easier if I did this. It may not be morally correct, but it'd be easier to do. Okay, that's what most people do. When your morals are put to the test, they just don't stand up. It's not that your morals don't stand up, it's you. You don't stand up. And that's the part that's been getting me on what's going on here in the United States on this virus thing. Are you people so morally corrupt or morally absent? You don't have any morals that you can't think, you can't do the right thing. And I understand. I mean, if you don't have any morals, you just do as you're told. I mean, they do that in Cuba. They do that in China. Somebody gave me hell one time. I made a video when I went to Honduras, and it's the same thing. I mean, if if you have good, strong morals, you will stand behind your morals. If you don't, you're just going to do as you're told. I mean, that's what I've seen. I've seen it a lot. This Mike, NoStressMike.com.